Assalamualaikum dear students, hope you are well and healthy. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. This is Fatema Sabrin Shikha, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Virtual School, Morning Gym. Today I am going to take home science class for the students of class A on the topic Chapter 1, Lesson 1-2. I am repeating, today our topic is Chapter 1, Lesson 1-2, and today we will just read from these two lessons. Students, this is our first lecture and first homework. I'm repeating, this is our first lecture and it will be our first homework also. Now students, please take your home science book. I'm going to read from the text. So let's read. Chapter 1, Proper Use of Household Resources. Lesson 1 is about household resources. Resource is the main instrument to satisfy our needs. Why we use resource? Because resource is the main instrument to satisfy our needs. The definition of home management informs us that to reach our goal in family, it is very essential to make the right use of resources. We have to do several work for reaching the goal. To do each of the works, we need to use any of our resources. Resource means money, property, building, jewelries, and others. What are resources? Resources are money, property, building, jewelries, and others. Besides this, we have also the resources like energy, skill, knowledge, intelligence, attitude, etc. So not only money, property, building, jewelries, or others, we have to count energy, skill, knowledge, intelligence, attitude as resources. But most of us do not have any idea that these belong to the group of the resources. Needless to say that these virtues of men enrich them more. These two types of resources are known as household resources. So the property that we can exchange, that means money, building, jewelry, and those which we can't exchange with money, like skill, energy, knowledge, intelligence, both are our household resources. Resources are indispensable for home management. It is impossible to implement any family decision without the home resources. In order to reach a definite goal, the resources are used with proper planning, organizing, controlling, and evaluation. So how we can reach our goal by these resources? We have to maintain planning, organizing, controlling, and evaluation. Now we will learn about basic principles of resources. What are basic principles of resources? Utility of resources. Utility satisfies our demands. Every resource has some utility. It means that every resource has the ability of meeting demands, but it differs in case of different resources. We use table and chair for our studies, and for this they are resource. Next, limitation of resources. All resources are limited. We know our resources are limited. For example, a person has 24 hours work time, which shows its limitation. On the other hand, limited income or space of the family also indicates the limitation of resources. Next, use of resources is interrelated and interdependent. In most of the cases, resources are applied jointly to reach a goal. There comes the necessity of using money, time, energy, skill together for work which help in reaching the goal. The joint use of interrelated resources can make it possible to reach the goal. And at last, we learn about all resources have accessibility. Resources need to be kept under control of the owner. If a thing is not under one's ownership, or if there is no right of using the thing, it cannot be considered as resource. This is very important because if the resources don't have accessibility, it has no meaning. Some resources are transferable. These are building, money, property, and furniture with accessories, but intelligence, energy, ability, skill, time, etc. cannot be transferred. It is true that we can exchange our building, money, property, furniture, and other accessories with money, but think about your intelligence, your energy, your ability, your skill, or time. Can you exchange these through money? No, it is inherent quality. We can't transfer or exchange these resources. These are all inherent qualities of human being. Despite some limitations, knowledge, time, skill, and energy can be expanded by exercise. The income of the family can also be increased through different income generating processes. Now we will learn about classification of household resources. Every person has some resources. As no goal can be achieved without resources, everybody is conscious of the right of his resources and is eager to increase some of their resources. For example, money, property, etc. Due to lack of knowledge, the unknown resources cannot be utilized to achieve the coveted goal. The things that we use for achieving our target in home management are considered as resources. Classification of resources helps us to know about all kinds of resources and also helps to use them properly. So if you know the classification of resources, you can use your property properly. Household resources are classified into two pairs. You can see here resources are divided into two pairs. First one is human resource and second one is material resource. Now come to the example of human resource, and they are energy, time, knowledge, skill, attitude. And about material resources, they are money, land, residential, house, material objects, and social facilities. Now we will learn about human resources. In every family there lives more than one member. A family can't be alone. So it is must that there must be more than two people in a family. It will be noticed that each of them is enriched with different quality. Their knowledge, skill, intelligence, strength, interest, attitude, etc. are known as human resources. Though these resources are immeasurable like material objects, many goals can be achieved by using them. Material resources, all our properties, dwelling, house, land, wealth, including furniture, jewelries, and social facilities, are material resources. These resources are visible and can be measured. We can satisfy our needs through these resources. Among these, money is the most valuable and effective resource as it can be transferred with other materials. Both the human and material resources are combinedly used to achieve the targets in family. As the resources are valuable, we need to be aware of this use. We can reach the expected goal by the proper utilization of resources. Maximum benefit can be achieved from limited resource by proper planning. Now we will go to lesson 2, page number 2, and it is planning of time and energy. You know, to plan anything, time and energy is must, and you have to know how you will spend your time, how you will spend your energy. In order to reach a goal, we have to use both time and energy simultaneously. So we will discuss the planning of using these two resources. First, time planning. Time is a resource, no doubt equal to all, and it is limited. Those who can relate themselves to more meaningful works within limited time and are more successful. By proper use of time, people can be benefited personally, economically, and socially. We have only 24 hours in a day. It is quite impossible to extend the time to we have to do much work following the need. For that, special focus should be given on the utilization of time. We need to work more without wastage of time, and for this planning of time is essential. Time planning needs a written plan for what, when, and how much time be used for a specific work. So this is very important to spend your time. You have to write down about your plan, when you will do or execute your work, how you will execute work. It must be written and specifically written so that you can do your work and can maintain your time. Now, necessity of time-bound planning. Can have ideas about important and less important works. Timely work habit is formed for specific work. Fixing time for specific works helps to build the habit of doing work in time. Can have an idea about the duration of needed time, skill, and speed of working increase. By following time schedule, all work can be completed timely, and the extra time can be used for creative work. In time planning, there is space for rest and entertainment. In view of the above facts, we should all be careful about time from an early age. If we do all works in time, we will be able to finish all works actions easily without having the load of work. So from your childhood, you have to think about your time. You need to be careful about spending your time. Timely completion of lessons brings success, without which it becomes a burden during time of examination. Everybody should remember the age-old maxim, a stitch in time saves nine. It is a well-known proverb, a stitch in time saves nine. If you don't do your work properly in time, then you have to suffer in the long run. If you want to do the work by passing the time, you can't do it, or you can't complete that. Points to be considered for preparing time schedule. What we have to point out to consider or prepare a time schedule. First, we have to identify daily works. Next, we have to prioritize the important works, to be careful about the comforts of others in doing joint work. And last, provision for work time, rest, sleep, and free time. And at last, we can do some other works like work or rest after hard work. And time schedule needs to be flexible for having the scope of making necessary changes. Sorry students, next we will learn about energy planning. Like money and time, energy is a remarkable resource for the family. A huge number of family goals are achieved by proper utilization of energy. So if you focus on your energy, how you will spend your energy, you will not spend your energy by doing unnecessary things, you will be successful. Energy varies from person to person. Yeah, it is true that everyone is not equal in their energy, so we are saying energy varies from person to person. Everybody should be careful in proper use of energy. Work should be done in such a way which consumes less energy. Only then we will be able to do much work with limited energy. Random use of energy creates apathy, fatigue, and reluctance. By energy planning, its wastage can be controlled. If you save your energy, you can do a lot of works. In planning energy consumption, the following points need to be considered. So what you have to do, what we have to think about your energy planning. Here, these are given. First one, daily work plan is needed, where important works are to be arranged on priority basis. Next, clear understanding of the work can be provided. Idea about energy consumption. Attention should be paid to simplify the work with less consumption. Distribution of work according to personal choice brings interest for work, and distribution of work should be also done according to age. The capacity for doing work is not same at all ages. In our family, there are young people, there are middle-aged people, there are old or sick people, so we have to distribute all the works according to their ages and also their capacity. Specific work is to be done at the particular time, which brings mental peace as well as inspiration for more work. Both hands need to be used. Moreover, every work needs correct posture. Standing position in mopping floor consumes less energy than sitting. Fruitful use of energy can be achieved by following several ways of work simplification. And students, now come to page number 6. Here we will learn about different ways of work simplification with less labor. First, we have to know about time planning. There will be a daily work schedule that will help you to do all work easily. So if you have time planning, you can save your time, you can do your work timely and easily. Next, correct house design. Assistant kitchen with dining consumes less energy in movement. Next, division of labor. Work division among the family members according to age, ability, and choice can reduce the pressure on a single individual. Right placement of equipment or furniture. Each work in its definite space reduces energy waste. Proper placement of working equipment saves labor with easy handling. Here you can see children should keep their necessary things in proper place to find out easily. So students will arrange their books or their necessary elements according to their perfect places. And next, in this picture, you can see necessary kitchen accessories should be kept in proper place to save labor. So if you keep your elements, your necessary things in proper place, when you will need that easily, you can find out and you can do your work. Now, use of various labor-saving equipment. Use of washing machine, pressure cooker, rice cooker, microwave, oven, and electronic iron saves time and energy. Here you can see all these are machine and all these are the helping elements for our house or accommodation. That's all for today, students. We have learned from chapter 1, lesson 1 and 2. Now I'm providing your homework. Students, your homework will be making 5 MCQ. From lesson 1 and 2, you have to do 5 MCQ. Students, that's all for today. Hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practicing at home and abide by your parents. Stay well and see you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.